the Silicon Valley Business Journal for their partnership and the timely opportunity to convene a dialogue like this with the business community. I want to give you a quick overview of the agenda. We have 3 great panels coming up later today. One focused on the drought response from a supplier standpoint, one focused on drought response from a customer standpoint, and the third is focused on water sustainability for a reliable economy and a reliable future. And then our closing keynote today is the director of the Department of Water Resources with the state of California, Mark Allen. So we have a great presentation lined up for you. Just wanted to let you know that we did review the questions that you submitted when you registered. So those have been woven into a lot of the questions of our panelists and into their comments to you this morning. But we'll also be doing some real-time polling, and we'll spend just a minute just now teaching you how to use it. So while normally they would ask you to turn your cell phones off, I'm going to ask you to pull your cell phones out and get your text messaging feature going. So this is a text message-based system, so standard message rates apply. This is your our test question. What sector are you from? And just text the word, the keyword, that best fits you to the number 22333. Again, what sector are you representing? Can you get out of the way? Okay, so you will receive a confirmation, so that you know you've done it right. Let's see. We have more than 15 people in here. There we go, retailers are catching up. Great, well we know it's working, so that's a good thing. And we'll be using this function throughout the morning as we ask questions during the panels. Again, we're going to use the same number, so it should be easy for you to provide quick and easy responses later. And when you're not responding to a poll question, feel free to tweet about today's event at hashtag SVWaterSummit, SVWaterSummit. So now I'd like to introduce James MacGregor and Beau Goldie. James MacGregor was named the publisher of the Silicon Valley Business Journal in August of 2007. Prior to that, he was the advertising director of the San Francisco Business Times, an affiliated publication from 2002 to 2007. During his tenure as advertising director, the paper doubled its advertising revenue. James is a native of Toronto and graduated from Bishop's University in Lennoxville, Quebec in 1991. James and his wife, Oriana, and their 4-year-old daughter, Stella, live in Willow Glen. And Beau Goldie is the CEO of the Santa Clara Valley Water District, a public agency providing a safe, clean, and reliable water supply, flood protection, and environmental stewardship to 2 million people in Santa Clara County, which is home to Silicon Valley. Beau was the 2015 chair of the California Urban Water Agency's Board of Directors, and also serves on the boards of the State Water Project Contractors Authority, Bay Area Council, the San Jose Silicon Valley Chamber of Commerce, and Destination Home. He is also a member of numerous local government and water organizations and committees. Beau is a registered civil engineer in California and holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Resources Engineering and a master's degree in civil engineering. He is an American Leadership Forum Senior Fellow. Please welcome them both.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody this morning? How's everybody?
Good. Yes. My name is James MacGregor.
Here we go. Thank you very much, Teresa, for that nice introduction, and we've got a great program today. You know, on September 26th, the Business Journal's cover story was about the drought, and it included a photo essay on its impact. The availability of water and the ability to manage it is a topic that you will see the Business Journal covering a lot. Why is that? Well, if you look at all of the major regional issues that we face, transportation and affordable housing are a couple of them. Access to water is one that we believe is as or even more important. While the rains may not come, The people and the companies that want to be here will continue to do so. With more people comes the need to build more housing, more office space, and more infrastructure. And without a consistent water supply, that becomes even more expensive and more challenging. I know we have some people from construction and development here this morning, and I bet you if you asked them, they would tell you that the last thing that we need is to increase the costs of development and construction because we have to build in an affordable water supply. Finally, like a lot of other challenges that we face, the Business Journal believes that many of the solutions to managing water resources will come from some of the innovative companies and people that define the valley. They provide some of the best stories, and we certainly look forward to telling those stories as we learn much better ways to handle our water issues. Thanks again for joining us this morning, and Beau, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Jim, and thank the Business Journal for your partnership in organizing this event on this issue, which is so critical to the economy of Silicon Valley. I also want to thank all of you for taking the time to learn, to come here today, to understand what the water supply picture looks like. But before I begin, I'd like you to do one thing that you usually are not asked, and that is to take out your cell phones. Okay? Let's get a sense of the room. So I have a question. Have you thought about Proposition 1, the water bond? So you're supposed to do vote at 22333, and you'll see what the response is. So it'll help our panel members customize or be able to respond to the audience and know what we're talking about. So nobody has heard of the water bonds. Or, you know, in this high-tech industry, you're not knowing how to use your cell phone and text. It's what? Yeah. Okay. All right, you can see from what we have a very enlightened audience who are aware of the water bond and the impacts it has to California. So the audience that we're talking to is one that's going to have a lot of very good questions for the panel. Really appreciate that. You know, the water bond is very important to our industry as well as the state of California and the security of the state of California. So this region and this county were built on sustainable water supply. Water will remain critical to the region's economic prosperity and our quality of life. The importance of reliable supply was recognized by the business and agriculture leaders at the turn of the century, when they pushed for setting up a new water district and charged that water district with protecting the overdraft of the groundwater basin and the sinking of the valley floor. This new agency, tasked with managing the supplies, formulated an innovative plan to build reservoirs, capture local rainwater runoff, and recharge the groundwater supplies through a network of percolation systems. This comprehensive system, which was quite innovative and high-tech at the time, continued to be the backbone of our water supply and the support of our economy today, 84 years later. However, in 1950, water officials knew that our local supplies alone could not meet the valley's growing demand. As a result, in partnership with state DWR and federal agencies, major infrastructure investments were made to bring imported water from the Sierras through the Delta into our county. And this year, we took another major step in terms of sustainable water supply with the opening of the Silicon Valley Advanced Water Purification Center, which purifies recycled water to a much higher level that match or exceed the drinking water standards. The purification was opened this July as the largest facility of its kind in Northern California. Our vibrant economy relies heavily on the safe, reliable water supply, and we cannot afford the return of subsidies, which would threaten the massive infrastructure investments that have been made over decades. Those infrastructure investments above and below. We're talking about our sanitary lines and our stormwater lines, with major economic impacts if subsidence begins to occur. Moreover, The groundwater capacity lost due to subsidence cannot be recovered. And this is not to mention the saltwater intrusion challenge we have in the northern portion of the county if we are not able to maintain our groundwater basin. Furthermore, in times when businesses are extremely mobile and other states and even countries are wooing them, it is vital that we maintain the infrastructure and the quality of life that makes this region a great place to live and for businesses. But we are faced with many challenges, including aging infrastructure, droughts, climate change. Climate change has impacts both in terms of water supply, more frequent droughts, shorter times to capture rainfall, as well as flood, caused by more intense rainfall events that can create flooding. We also have to deal with sea level rise, which could threaten communities and business in the northern portion of our county. While Santa Clara Valley Water's board and staff continue to demonstrate leadership in addressing the long-term challenges, they are taking significant steps to respond to the severe drought we are currently experiencing. I'd like to take this time to acknowledge our board members. We have, and for their and appreciate their leadership in holding our organization accountable for delivering on these supply and flood protection issues that are addressing our county. We have our board chair, Director Tony Escamera. We have vice chair, Director Brian Schmidt. And we have board members, Director Linda Lazat, Dennis Kennedy, and Richard Santos.